It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at DJI. Get yourself your own drone by going over to geekazine.com/DJI. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. June 29th. 1929, construction of the first high-speed jet wind tunnel is completed in California. Field laboratory at the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics preliminary design work that began on November 14th of 1928. It could produce up to 600-mile-per-hour winds. 1961, the first U.S. rocket to release 3 satellites is launched from Cape Canaveral, Florida. 1984, Warner Communications begins talking with Jack Tramiel about the possible sale of Atari. 1989, Compuserve, the first major commercial online service in the United States, buys TheSource, which is one of the earliest online services available in the United States. It was an undisclosed sum. Compuserve would then shut it down for good on August 1st. 1992, Silicon Graphics and MIPS Computer Systems merged in a stock swap valued at $333 million. 1995, the space shuttle Atlantis is docked to the Mir. 1998, the Gigabit Ethernet Alliance announces that the IEEE had ratified the 802.3z as the Gigabit Ethernet standard. Also in 1998, Intel introduces the Pentium 3 Xeon processor for use in mid-range and higher servers and workstations. They would operate at 400 megahertz. And in 1999, Yahoo launched Yahoo Companion. And now this word from our friends over at DJI Technologies. The Phantom 3 has been released just in time for all your springtime flying. In both professional and advanced models, the Phantom is one of the most popular drones out there. And it can make you feel like a kid again, just like when you got your first RC car years ago. With video up to 4K, you can have fun taking overhead shots, aerial footage in parks or by the lake, or you can just fly over your house to see how many of your kids' toys ended up on the roof, or if your roof even survived the winter. I encourage you to go over to geekazine.com/DJI so you can get free shipping on that DJI Phantom, and it supports the Day in Tech History. Then go out to the park and have a ton of fun. Geeky fun with DJI. Now let's get back into your Day in Tech History. In 2000, America Online completes the acquisition of MapQuest.com. And International Business Machines Corporation unveils the fastest computer in the world, the ASCI White, ASCI White. It's capable of processing more calculations within 1 second than one person could do in 10 million years. Also in 2000, Sony Computer Entertainment of America files a voluntary dismissal of their patent case against the Connectix Corporation. They basically make and market a virtual PlayStation for Macintosh. A student at Northwestern University College of Computer Science pled guilty to hacking into U.S. government computers over on June 29th of 2000. And Yahoo launched Yahoo India and the Yahoo Player. Over in 2001, HP reveals that they have asked their workforce for volunteers to take pay cuts and or time off in the form of a 10% pay cut, or 8 vacation days. I would have taken the vacation days. Novell also releases the iFolder, which is an open-source cross-platform program for sharing files across computer networks. 2005, Operation Sight Down is conducted by the FBI in cooperation with law enforcement agents from 10 countries. The operation executes 70 raids on the United States and 20 in the 10 other countries. The raids targeted leading whereas groups which distribute and trade copyrighted games, movies, music, and software on the internet. 2006 version 2.0.3 of OpenOffice.org is released. 2007, a few things here. Apple iPhone is released on AT&T's service the day before the iPhone was available. Active Incorporated, which is a Tokyo-based optical component maker, developed a new LCD display that allowed a user to clearly see objects through the monitor's viewing surface. The remaining charges of the HP spying case were dropped. Also in 2007, iPhone officially releases for $499 for the 8 gig model, 2 per person. And iTunes 7.3 is also released, including modifications to support the soon-to-be-released iPhone. D-Link publishes draft 2.0 in the 802.11n certification. And Toronto finalized the LED lights on the CN Tower. The $2.4 million project placed 1,300 LED lights on the tower. However, the energy it saved should pay for it in the long run. And in 2009, Steve Jobs officially comes back to work for Apple after his liver transplant. Also, 13-year-old Scott Campbell took a challenge to use an old Sony Walkman for the day to compare between that and the modern-day MP3 player. Campbell found that the only advantage was the 2 headphone jacks in the Sony Walkman. He did mention that the biggest downfall after basically being the 3-hour battery life from the 2 AA batteries, although you could replace the batteries in the device, unlike some MP3 players. Also in 2009, Facebook names David Ebersman as CFO, Chief Financial Officer. Rackspace suffers an outage that left many websites offline for a few hours. China bans online gold mining farmers from those trading virtual currency in return for actual goods. Also in 2009, Max Butler, otherwise known as Max Vision, otherwise known as the Iceman, pled guilty to stealing 2 million credit card numbers and racking up $86 million in fraudulent charges. He would be sentenced on February 12th of 2010 to 13 years in prison and ordered to pay $27.5 million in restitution. And hackers break into TwitPic accounts of Britney Spears, Ellen DeGeneres, P. Diddy, and other celebrities to post false death announcements. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.